You may have seen a video that I recorded a couple of days ago where I went drifting at Wadix in Granada. Power now! Get a whip! Now, it was great fun and fantastic time with Mike going around in the car, trying out the drift mode, but I did feel like the car really sort of helped you quite a lot, and you know, you couldn't really get into much trouble with the drift mode because the car definitely seemed to rein you in if the back end went out too much. So they were sort of small drifts, they weren't big drifts like when I went on my drifting course a month ago. So I really felt the car was sort of like protecting you, which I suppose is the way Ford designed it, so that you can't get into too much trouble. But what got me thinking was that, you know, I've definitely seen videos on YouTube where they are sliding the car around a lot more, even some smoke coming off the tyres. How would they do that? The systems don't allow it. And then Ryan Tatty left a comment on my video. It says, seems like you still had stability control on. You have to hold down the traction control button for about 5 seconds to turn it off. I thought, really? I haven't heard of that anywhere. I haven't seen any other video that talks about actually switching off the traction control completely, or stability control as he's put it there. So I thought, maybe he's got a point. Maybe that's the bit I did wrong. Normally, I would just select the drive mode here, and that puts it in drift mode. So if I press that, go into drift, press OK on the steering wheel, drift mode selected, you can see the little squiggly thing there, which is the car drifting. And then here you see, that definitely says traction control off. So at this point, I see the traction control light is off. I think, right, we're in drift mode, there's no traction control, that's it. But according to Ryan Tatty, we've got to do something else to get the proper drift effect, which is to hold that the drive mode, no, to hold the traction control button down for 5 seconds. Right, so if he's right, if I hold that down for 5 seconds, let's see what happens. Aha, look. Hold to switch ESC off. Now we've got active city stop not available. Some information thing that's come up on here. There you go, electronic stability control off. And the big I in the middle. So there you go, they don't tell you that in the Ford user manual. Select drift mode and then press the traction control button for 5 seconds and you can disable all the systems. At that point you can do some proper drifting, because in the drift mode the traction mainly goes to the rear, so you're going to be able to drift the car without any assistance, which would have been the right thing to do on a track. Maybe not on a public road, but definitely on the track it would have been good to have had everything switched off. So you know what this means? This means I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to try again